Hello and welcome to the Grand Aquarium Empire Network's Intern Orientation Program, Module 23, Cultural Anthropology 3D. If you're in this module, that means that you were in the top 3.14% of your Principles of Pain cohort. That means that you, out of 60 million interns, have shown the brutality necessary to intern for the Grand Aquarium Empire Network's prime time shows. If you survive the next 9,000 advanced placement modules, you could be an intern on critically acclaimed programs such as Shark Tank, The Floor is Lava, and 25,000 Casualty Pyramid. For today's lesson, we will be joined by our EduBot 5000, N3RD, the only robot in any dimension with a complete physical, mental, and metaphysical understanding of the 21st century third-dimensional human culture. In order to properly torture a third-dimensional human, an intern must be able to think like a third-dimensional human. And what better way to plumb the heart and soul of a civilization than by examining the artifacts left by their media networks?
Hello, I am N3RD, the only robot in any dimension with a complete physical, mental, and metaphysical understanding of 21st century third-dimensional human culture. This Flognar, I am here to present to you the website for the third-dimensional film Space Jam, an artifact of critical importance to understanding human culture of the era. The Space Jam website was designed by graphic designer, photographer, and artist Jen Braun, who also created the Joe's Apartment and Pokemon the Movie websites, which were equally critical to understanding that era. To verify the continued existence of the Space Jam website, we rely on the noble sentinel called @SpaceJamCheck, which sends site status updates every 3 Flognars. The appeal of the Space Jam was rooted in the uniting of two colossi of the 20th century landscape. As such, we shall begin the tour with the lineup. The amount of ink a culture spills to document a public figure's life is often a clear indication of their status in that society. As you can see, the bio of Bugs Bunny is far longer than that of any of the NBA stars featured in the film, including Michael Jordan himself. This Michael Jordan was clearly not a very skilled basketball player. After all, the website indicates that merely reading a few basketball tips could make you just as skilled as he was. Do you know how to play basketball as well as Michael Jordan? If you read these tips, you will. Or maybe not. Either way, come back soon to learn some basketball terms as well. Alas, it appears the basketball terms were never added. A note which I'm sure will disappoint the Aquarium Empire terribly is featured on the Distorting Michael Jordan section of the Tech Notes page, where they clarify this wasn't some Frankensteinian experiment, but a matter of scanning Michael and storing his digital image in a computer. This enabled Cinesite to manipulate the footage of Jordan in exactly the same way as any other artwork. Michael could be stretched, squashed, and even wadded up into the shape of a basketball. Obviously, the Aquarium Empire would use practical effects instead. The website is not entirely misguided. One positive is based on Jam Central's Production Notes section. It's very clear that 1990s humanity had their priorities straight. The fiber optic network used by Cinesite to transmit and receive animation information between the US and London is the world's fastest, exceeding the speed of those used by government agencies and defense contractors. It appears as though the humans were quite in awe of themselves. To quote the trailer section, "The jamminest 2 minutes of trailer time that ever hit a theater. It's 7.5 megabytes. It's QuickTime, and it's worth it." And if you examine the press box shuttle, you will see that they dedicated a portion of the website to documenting news about Space Jam. While there is no news currently displayed, if you look closely, you can see remnants of previous inscriptions, including when they promoted the website of Mars Attacks. An enigma is the Shooting Hoops section of Planet B-Ball, which simply reads, "Check out the other cool sections of the site." Is this a trap meant to lure hapless media networks to their doom? We shall never know, because we are far too savvy to explore more of this website. In addition to all of the preceding points, There is one aspect of the film which must be discussed, and it's a point that may have even been invisible to the third-dimensional humans who viewed the film during its initial release. And that is how the film functions as agitprop to reassure humans that they would be able to repel an alien invasion. The weak nerdlucks are clearly intended to pacify humans with the false hope that aliens would need to suck at their teats to gain power, rather than already exist at a level far beyond their comprehension. With that reminder of aquarium superiority, I bid you adieu.
This has been a production of the Grand Aquarium Empire Network's Intern Orientation Program. Copyright Intern Christie.